Hey guys, Chitufadungs here for yet another lens from Sirui. This time we're talking about the long-awaited, okay, not so long, but definitely most wanted 24mm. I've had more time to test this lens than the previous ones, so there's more footage. And 24mm feels wide. We now have a set of Sirui lenses in the span of a year. The 24, the 35, and the 50 trio gives a lot of versatility and is capable of handling most narrative projects without the need of extra lenses. All Sirui lenses so far offer 1.33 squeeze, which ends up on 16:9 footage, stretching to almost perfect cinemascope straight out of the box. It's a great squeeze factor to start with, and the price on these things makes them extra friendly to beginners, as they also eliminate a lot of the elements of putting together a DIY anamorphic setup. The 24mm is slightly bigger and heavier than its siblings at 780 grams or 1.7 pounds and 12.5 centimeters or 5 inches. The filter threads are 72mm and they're bigger than the previous two lenses. And this one does not come with iris and focus gears like the 35mm did. If you're in a rush for it, there's a link in the description where you can get these rings from me. This lens is also a bit over a stop darker than the other two. f2.8 as maximum aperture versus 1.8 on the other two. And it closes down to f16. Wide angles are tougher to design and fast ones get expensive. Not the goal with Sirui, right? So let's make a quick break here. I kept calling these lenses Sirui this entire time, and I only recently learned that we are actually supposed to call them Sirui.
Hello, Sirui.
So I'm doing a mental exercise here of fixing the way I say it. Back at it. My predictions about close focus were wrong. The 24mm comes down to 0.6 meters or 2 feet, almost a foot shorter than the other two, which max at 0.85 meters, adding some nice versatility and creative framing opportunities. Focus throw is just a touch longer than 180 degrees, and it features nice hard stops. Talking about the mounts, this gets a little confusing. The 24mm comes with 5 native mounts, but not the swapping system used on the 35, which I thought was brilliant. The mount options are Sony E-mount, MFT, which is this one, X-mount is back, Canon EF-M, and Z-mount for Nikon. Mine is MFT as I believe that to be the most versatile one. On the risk of repeating myself, these lenses are not designed for EF mount. They will not work. If you want to know more about it, I made a video on the subject. This lens is also going for a crowdfunding round, with the cheapest tiers at $749. After crowdfunding, the Sirui 24mm will retail for $999. When we look at sharpness, we have similar behavior to the other lenses in the set, which is great. The 24mm performs great at minimum focus and looks a little softer at infinity. Stopping it down cleans it up even more as expected. I fully switched over to MFT in this last review, and I find it's useful to present the difference in focal length equivalences. Notice these numbers are slightly different for APS-C or Super 35 coverage. The 24mm would become a 48mm thanks to the 2x micro 4/3 crop, but thanks to the 1.33 anamorphic squeeze, it gives me a 36mm horizontal field of view. The 35 would become a 70mm once we apply the crop, and the squeeze, we get a 52mm field of view horizontally. Lastly, the 50mm would be 100mm because of the crop, but thanks to the squeeze, it turns into a 75mm horizontal field of view. Notice that the vertical axis is still tighter, and that's the whole point in anamorphics. Feeling you're using a longer lens, but actually getting a wider field of view. A set with these three fields of view, 36, 52, and 75, is an excellent choice for most narrative work. Flares are crazy on the 24mm. They feel super intense, and due to the wide-angle nature of the lens, it's easy to get multiple flares in the same shot. I feel the threshold for flaring has been lowered on this one, making it much easier to get a streak. As for the rest of the set, they're bluish purple.
Action!
For distortion, this being an actual wide angle helps distorting the footage. An important thing to point out, still in the subject of distortion, is that squeeze changes across the focus range. It is 1.33 at infinity, but once we get to minimum focus at 2 feet or 0.6 meters, the actual squeeze is 1.25 times. This is a consequence of this focusing mechanism, and if you want to learn more about it, other focusing methods, hit subscribe now because I'm working on a video about that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this set, what we can do with it, and especially how much it costs. I hope Sirui makes something a bit longer, like an 85 millimeters, just to round it out and give us bokeh paradise. I miss the swapping mounts and gears that were used on the 35 mil, so I'm working on a side project to address that, and hopefully I'll have updates soon. Let me know if you got any questions about the lens, and hit subscribe for my follow-up video upgrading this baby for stronger bokeh, wide angle adapter experiments, cine rings, lens caps, and focus and iris gears. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope you have a great week. Chit Verhardens out.